Back at the rain-delayed Kroger 300 on FX, presented by Oreo. Man, we've got the one thing we always want in NASCAR racing. About a 3-lap sprint to the checkered flag, no holes barred. It's like the wrestling, the chain match, the steel cage kind of match.
This gets them out of their seats at home right now.
So they have refired the race cars. When they come by this next time, they'll complete lap 196. That'll leave 4 to go. We'll have to see if NASCAR will give them the 1 to go signal. At that point, they'll come back around, take the green on lap 197. 3 laps, 10 cars on the lead lap, led by Todd Bodine, looking to grab his first win since he went to victory lane in Las Vegas last year.
Remember that exciting restart we saw last time where they had about, I think it was 15 or 16 wide going into turn number 1. So I think Biffle's got a shot at it.
Absolutely. Let's get down to Glenn Jarrett.
Well, guys, obviously a lot of anxious moments down in the 92 pits here of Todd Bodine. His crew chief, Tony Liberati, was talking to some guys in the 10 crew. They asked him, hey, man, how wide is that car going to get on this restart? He said wider than our tow truck is long. Now, the car owner, one of the car owners, Randy Herzog, is standing in the pits now with his arms folded. He has been pacing back and forth, about worn a rut in the pavement here. He said, he looked at me, he said, this stuff is hard enough without this added drama of having to wait under a red flag. But NASCAR wants to make sure we get a good finish, and we're going to have just that.
Absolutely. For Herzog Motorsports, that'll be the second victory. Jimmy Johnson got them a win last year on the Busch Series, so Todd trying to get them number 2.
I wonder there if you could ask him, Glenn, would he rather be first where he's at, or would he rather be second and have a shot at making a pass?
Yeah, I can do that. Randy, we talked about it. I know you're a little nervous. This is not the thing that you wanted to see, but would you rather Todd be in first or in second and have to make the pass for the win?
I'd rather be exactly where we're at. We've got an awful good car. The last 10, 12 laps, we've been the fastest thing on the track, and our pace and Todd to go ahead and bring it home. So just finish it up. We got a little unfinished work here.
Well, I think that Todd is just the man to do it, guys. As he says, that car has been really good over the last few laps. These are the ones that count.
Reggie Jackson, a part owner in that race team. If Todd wins, they'll call him up and say, hey, Reggie, I hit a grand slam, buddy, at Kentucky.
I have to agree with him, too, Mark. I'd rather be in first right now because that car will be awful wide.
Absolutely, and he gets to restart the race. And I know there's a line on the racetrack you're supposed to start with, but you don't think Todd would maybe cheat that a little bit and try to get the jump on everybody?
Well, he's certainly going to not let them know when he gets into full throttle until the last moment, and then he's going to watch that mirror awful close. He's going to be watching the track and watching the mirror, and he's going to remember the restart before where they can get a shot on him on the outside because of the track being so wide.
See, a crowd has showed up here in Kentucky, rather sizable crowd. We just about packed last night before the rains came. The pace car is going to be pulling off onto pit road. They'll be completing lap 197 at the green flag. Leaves 3 laps to go, single file, because we're under 10 laps to go. 10 cars on the lead lap, led by Todd Bodine, then Greg Biffle. Tony Raines is 3rd, Scott Wimmer 4th, Scott Riggs 5th, Jamie Murray 6th, 7th, Kerry Earnhardt. Then it's Kenny Wallace, Shane Hall, Ricky Hendrick. Here we're getting set to restart this race.
All right, there's a line up here on the outside wall. It'll be in this area, and that'll be where they're supposed to restart.
All right, so Todd Bodine on the restart. Green flag comes out. Bodine gets a little bit of a jump on the Granger Ford of Biffle as they pour off into turn number 1. Tony Raines finds himself in a battle for the 3rd spot with Scott Wimmer. But Todd Bodine now, here is Biffle looking to his inside as they move on to the back straightaway.
Biffle got a great run out of turn number 2 there, and Bodine gave him the inside. Bodine didn't have a choice. He was running the outside groove. Oh, Todd got up out of the groove there. That right there is going to cost him the race.
And they come back down to the line, 2 laps to go. Todd Bodine, 2 car lengths in back of Greg Biffle, a gap that is growing. So Greg Biffle takes an opportune yellow flag, may turn it into yet another victory. You know, see out the back view, he's pulling away from Bodine. Biffle locked on the bottom of the racetrack. Todd Bodine not nearly as fast. And then just behind them, you see a battle for 4th spot. Scott Riggs trying to move underneath the Siemens Pontiac. It looks like for Scott Wimmer.
You know, they put a little bit of speedy dry down there. That was the reason they had the caution. I wouldn't be surprised if Todd picked up some of that running high through 1 and 2 on the restart. Todd
Bodine now trying to mount a final challenge. They're down to the stripe. The white flag is now flying at Kentucky. Side by side, the battle for 4th. Wimmer on the outside. Scott Riggs on the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like Riggs will grab the spot. Here are the lead machines coming out of turn number 2 for the final time. Todd Bodine picked up a lot of ground as they hustle down the back straightaway. He'll take one last shot. Bodine now, looking to the high side of Greg Biffle. Trouble. Jay Sauter's hit the wall. The caution flag is out. Here's the lead machine. Bodine on the outside.
Touched once, twice.
Down to the stripe as they bang. Biffle under control. And down to the stripe. It looks like Todd Bodine, by 36 thousandths of a second, has won it. They hit once, twice, 3 times, and then again, Biffle's car cocked sideways, and when it did, perhaps the nose of Todd Bodine's machine beat him to the start-finish line. And what a big win for Todd Bodine, the first of 2002, the 14th for his career, and man, what a finish here at Kentucky.
I guess that was a great finish. I need to see it again. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced yet that he won. I've got to see this.
On the NASCAR scoring computer, Todd Bodine has been listed the winner by .036 of a second. And what a great finish. Todd Bodine to the high side. Let's take a look at a replay. As they work their way out of turn number 4, Bodine on the high side, Biffle trying to use up all the racetrack he can.
Well, Todd Bodine's not giving it up an inch either, and they just made contact, and it took a little bit of the air off. I still couldn't tell from that angle, but the computer in NASCAR does say Todd Bodine's the winner.
When he got out of shape, it looked like Biffle's car went at a 45-degree angle. When it did, Todd's car snuck by because he was in a straight line. And man, I don't think either driver has anything to complain about there. Again, Bodine had proved in the late stages of this race he was faster than Biffle. Biffle, a great move on the restart to retake the lead, and Bodine just kept digging. He wouldn't give up. Let's take another look at this thing as we come back to turn number 4. Here's Bodine. Good run out of turn 3 to the high side. Biffle tried to block him, couldn't do it. They touch once, twice, and then the third time you see Biffle's car turning sideways, Bodine's car in a straight line, and that was just enough for the Excedrin Chevrolet to grab the victory. Here's a look out the back bumper of the Greg Biffle machine. And there the car is sideways across the start-finish line. Greg Biffle did all he could do to hold on, but came up just inches short. Let's go to Glenn Jarrett in Victory Lane.
Todd Bodine, a jubilant Todd Bodine climbs out of the car. They looked right in the camera. Ooh. Suicide dive off the back of the car. This is going to be a wild celebration, guys, because they have been waiting so long. Been almost a year since these guys have won a race. Todd Bodine coming back around the car. First off, buddy, you earned your money today. What a great effort at the end there. Tell us about it.
Yeah, our car wasn't real good right after restarts. Greg knew it. He was going to take advantage of it, and he did. Did exactly what he had to do. I said to hell with that. He ain't going to do that to me. Got a great run. Stuck it on the outside in 3 and 4. Didn't know if it was going to stick. It stuck. Got in the throttle. Had a heck of a race down the front straightaway and beat him. So it's a great day for Excedrin, Herzog Jackson Motorsports, Stan, Reggie. Man, wish you guys were here.
Looks like you absolutely made the right decision about whether to stay here or go to Michigan, Todd.
Yeah, we knew we had a good race car. But the deal was, any conflicts, I had to stay here with the 92 Excedrin Chevrolet, and damn glad I did.
Well, we're glad you did, too. What a great finish, one of the best we've had. I'm going to let you guys, Tony Liberati, the crew chief, come in here, giving a big hug to his guy. Tony, I know that when Greg got by him on that restart there that your heart had to sink, but you had faith in him.
I had all kind of faith. I wasn't worried. He said he was going to get him, and he got him. Greg was good on the bottom. We was good on the top. He showed him. He showed him.
Congratulations, guys. Go celebrate. Here's Brett McMillan.
Well, Greg Biffle, let's go over that final lap, man. What a wild one.
Yeah, it was. That last set of tires, my car, the Granger Ford was really tight. We put a spring rubber in the right rear, and I thought it was going to be really good, but Todd's car really come around. Those guys did a great job over there in the 92. And I was just so tight in the middle of the corner. I couldn't run the top. And I got down in the corner down there at 3 and 4. I saw him on the outside, and I just put it to the mat. Reminds me of Charlotte, a couple weeks back, and that's just all I had. I just, car pushed up. I got into him. It was my fault, but, hopefully, he won the race, and everything's good. But it was exciting for fans and TV.
What's the view from inside the car there coming to the start-finish line?
Well, I was all elbows trying to keep the thing going straight. My car pushed up, and I think he tried to push me down a little bit, to keep me down, and it kind of turned me sideways a little because I was out in front of him a little bit, and I was back and forth. I kind of lost control of it there a little bit, but we were headed for the checkers, so it was okay.
All right, an exciting finish, Greg Biffle. He does have a big smile on his face. We enjoyed watching it. I think he kind of enjoyed it too, Mark.
Absolutely, and I'm just catching my breath after that finish. What a great battle in the final, 1,000 yards between Greg Biffle and Todd Bodine. A look at the unofficial results now popping up. Todd Bodine, the winner, followed by Biffle, Tony Raines. Great one for Kerry Earnhardt. Ricky Hendrick battles back to an 8th place finish. Shane Meal, Casey Mears round out the top 20. Look at the rest of the finishing order.
You know, what a class interview that Greg Biffle gave there at the end there. He could have said some things that would make him think, you know, I should have won this race, but instead he did good.
Thanks to Brett McMillan, Glenn Jarrett, and Chad Little. I'm Mark Arrow saying so long from Kentucky.